what if I swagger? Take a
The
knee
greatest
as a
tragedy of our eon.
Prepare yourselves for the main event.
Thank you very much, Nomad. Back with Lacoste, new region. First game of the day, should be good. Carry Wisp.
Yeah, I mean, we're in for a treat, you know. Southeast Asia, upper division, starting. Always liked the region, never had the opportunity, like, to dive deep into it, and now's the chance. Players and team better. I know Black, he's also considered a player. He played for 12, 13 days. A pretty experienced player. I can see why he's so sentimental about the team. These are his boys. They're not. But
30
he isn't
seconds
there
to
for
battle.
line, but whatever. Yeah, let's dive into this one. Big up. So the spell things, like the spell, the stun against the Phoenix is extremely good. So he's just going all in on damage. Like, they want to get some kills. Orb of Corrosion is ready.
And they want to go after Jackie. They've got the Icarus dive coming through. Now Masaros is in a lot of trouble running the other way. He was the one playing the aggressive style on that. Trying to get out of the hands of these little skeletons. And now it's the Jabs who gives up first blood.
Yeah, this is why I said, like, I would love to see more points in press the attack, because you can remove the fiery spirits and that gives you attack speed. You can trade much easier with the Raid King. I mean, it's good, like, Overwhelming Gods is good, don't get me wrong, especially when the skeletons are spawned. Jackie, he seems pretty dead.
Yeah, playing it up front, pretty close to the tower, ends up dropping at Jabs. Masaros will be traded by Zephyr. Jabs can throw more arcane bolts.
That's the change like 2-3 patches ago.
Double damage. And around.
Over, they do have the Phoenix
Pot
over
coil on mid.
There's the coil, look for the Wukong's command, but gets silenced. Icarus dive over. They brought in the Skywrath Mage, so Jab's trying to help out his mid. Keep Moon alive.
I was about to say that I love the build on Moon. Like, he's getting all these small items, a Raid Band, a Magic Wand, Raindrop, because he's playing into Puck matchup, and this is what keeps him alive.
So, hearing that, it might not be that great of a neutral.
Yeah, it's not the best item. It got buffed in the previous patch. I still feel it's really not that great. Mid lane.
Trouble. Dropping a Cuckoo.
Do not fix broken
gets committed
things.
for
I merely
the 5-position Elder Titan, so that bit of their team fight expended just for the Elder Titan. Now the rotation's coming in from Fnatic, but Jab's already sitting low. They've got the Wukong's command. Karo will drop here. Sunray is not going to be on top of him to save him, and it's really not doing much to Moon, who sits back on the Wukongs, but they still have 4 heroes right by the tower ready to go. They drop the Supernova. They have the Rolling Thunder, hitting onto Moon just once. And now that the Supernova is used, Fnatic, they're probably going to want to chase this. They've got the Balance Strike. They'll hit the Wraith King, find themselves Cuckoo. Great sweep hitting onto the Painkiller that sets up the duel. Earth Splitter flies in, and it's enough to get another duel victory for this Legion command.
It does at the later stages of the game, but still, like, the spell that you need to get. So he's just gonna max out that Echo Stomp and probably just max out Aura after that.
You think just willingly using that Dream Coil was a bit of a problem? Hold on, Jabs getting pushed up on. Whitemon will grab the kill on the Skywrath Mage. Masaros thinking about going in. He's got Raven right here. The duel to use on Akaro, who jumped the Dream Coil. Can they get the kill in time? Yes, they can. More dual damage going the way. The Legion command with the Rolling Thunder comes in from Cuckoo. Not landing, splitting the seams of the Radiant side. Now on back towards the tower. But again, Fnatic, they're always looking for this counter initiation. That's just how they played the mid fight. You come in with the Dream Coil and it doesn't do much for you on T1. Well, Fnatic are going to make you pay, and they've already done so twice with it. They're leading the charge, at least right now in the game. They'll try to bring this over. They've got the Dream Coil out on the Jabs. Catch him. Rolling Thunder committed to this as well. Secure them a kill. They're looking for Masaros. Dancing around those trees, looking to not get hit by the Rolling Thunder, which ends right before he gets up onto Masaros, who's disarmed for the moment. The TPs are coming through from Fnatic. The question is whether or not they're going to be in time. They also have the relocate. And now, again, here comes the counter initiation. But they've got the Supernova down. It's about to up. but not in time. Cuckoo? He is trying to TP out and will be successful in doing so. The Supernova looked well placed. It just
it did, but then they brought more numbers and they had nothing to defend the egg with. Like Painkiller is a really good egg defender with either a disarm or just a rolling thunder.
All this is happening. The bottom tier 2 for Fnatic is down to 500 health. Pushing in is the Wraith King Skeletons. Deal as much damage as possible. Might be able to find Jackie, spot this Wraith King, and there's the duel. Stick Flare right on top of him. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Now with 50 dual damage, they drop down the Wukongs. They try to kill off Jackie a second time and are successful in it. As Cuckoo just a little bit late with the Rolling Thunder. Had an extra hit or two. Would have definitely gone off. Moon just about to finish the Desolator on this Monkey King. Balance Strike comes through, but the Waning Rift silences up the Monkey King. They're going to go for this. Swashbuckle, Icarus dive, BKB's been popped by Moon. They have the Rolling Thunder coming through from Cuckoo. They also drop down the Dream Coil. Moon TP's away. Still might find jabs, and they have themselves the Wraith Fire Blast with Rolling Thunder bouncing them up into the air and eventually finishing them off. So Jackie with the kill. Who's taking that?
It could be Sky. Have way of pushing enemies away from you, and the cast range is really nice. Also, extra and
Swashbuckle coming through. Balance Strike on the Cuckoo, taking a lot of damage. Pops the BKB. They have the suit coming in. Now the duel with the Legion Commander looking like he's gonna lose that one. Jackie's got himself some damage. Got the Supernova that pops, and now the Dream Coil to follow it up. This fight going pretty well for T1 for the moment. And they clean up. DJ chasing Whitemon. Tether from Raven to Moon. Aro trying to jump back in, and now Loser Orb out. Just a 1-for-1.
Monkey King is back in.
And getting low. The spirits just do it on the long range. Far away from the Monkey King, but doesn't mean the spirits aren't going to grab you. Now they're back in a Roche. Everything's been used for T1.
Fnatic might need to reset. Wait for BKBs to come back online. Don't fully commit to this Roche. They still have a ton of Legion with, IO. They also need Legion Commander. Legion bought back in the previous fight, so that's why it's taking pretty much forever to respawn.
Going forward, Jackson stun, Moon in trouble. Sunray on him. They'll take out Moon. Now he buys back. Roche getting low. Can they snap the Aegis away? Jackie snatching the Aegis. As the Waning gets a kill, the Icarus dive over. They take out Jabs. T1 come out with an Aegis, and now they're going to find their hands around the neck of DJ. Try to get this kill, but the Elder Titan just too fast for Jackie.
Reload out. This is why I said that they need to reset their BKB timing. This might be the game moment.
Victory jumps in. He wants to go for the start with suit from DJ. They couldn't kill him earlier, and now he's impactful with engagement.
Reincarnation up in 5, but not fast enough. Wow. Okay, so with this move, they're back in the game.
Look at the Aegis. Take him out a second time. They've got the duels. Cuckoo jumping forward. Balance Strike gets Zephyr. They want Cuckoo. Rolling Thunder away with BKB being popped by Moon. He was able to take out the Phoenix. They were looking for Whitemon.
Which kind of dope. Also, none of the heroes bought Shard this game. 40 minutes in.
Middle tower is under attack.
Any Shard that you think is of value in this game? They're going to find themselves DJ. Comes to this angle here. They kill off Cuckoo. Whitemon and Jackie are looking like they're retreating. So Jackie turns on Raven for a second. Throws one right click. There's Great Fire Blast onto Moon. They fall back on Cuckoo. Whitemon moving forward. Starl's here. Do with it. The Supernova right on top of a Sorrow. Pops and the Dream Coil comes down onto Raven. Jackie with a Great Fire Blast. They hit out the Monkey King once again. They're looking for the Rolling Thunder coming in. But Jackie getting low. Losing that first life as the Wukong's command is right on top of him. He's going to be in trouble once again. Pops and KB. He's on the run. Trying to chase. He's got the Jinx. The Waning Rift on the IO as well as the Monkey King. Now they're right on top of Raven. Balance Strike hits the back line. Gets onto Carl. Whitemon throwing some into his shots over. But that's it. not enough damage. Sunray to try and save Moon's bomb back to get right there for under 4 seconds. Silence onto the Monkey King. Moon trying to run. He's tethered
How
up
that
on
region.
And now Jackie and Zephyr, they get close. They'll take out one.
Man, Io.
The rest. Zephyr gets hit with the spirits. He's out of this one for 79. Link towards the base of the Radiant
Jesus
side, and
Christ,
Carl will
man.
escape.
Talking about the region, click on the IO. We have Heart that...
Dire's
This is a
bottom
problem.
tower
He's
is
got
under
buyback. He's dead for another 40 seconds.
Structures
Fnatic are knocking on the door of the tier 3 bot. They're ready to go. They've got the Aegis in the hands of Moon. He's going to T1 defend. Are they willing to use that buyback? Hold it. Will they give up one tier 3? Maybe it's set of racks. Whitemon in some trouble. Lincoln T looking for this duel. He'll get it. Loses his life afterwards. And now the buyback comes out for Carlo. Rico will be dropped down. They can kill this effort. They'll lose DJ. Buybacks all over the place. The Wukong's command being placed by Moon. Going after Jackie so low. Done with Carlo to
They need to
survive and walk away.
They need to back off.
Jabs.
That's for your
Lincoln gets popped. The balance
impertinence.
strikes in. Ooh, just jaunts over.
So they lost the 3 heroes.
Jackie.
Legion Commander bought back.
They're still chasing. They got the silence, and they'll take out his first life. They don't have Wukong's place right on top of him. Masaros doesn't have a duel for 13 seconds. BKB pop by Moon. Sunray from Zephyr right on top of the Wraith King. They back up past the tier 3 tower, but Moon seemingly not scared to go past the tier 3 and he's in between the tier 4s that we saw Masaros do a second ago.
And they go back a bit, reset to full HP. They're still Cheese and Aegis. And once Monkey King starts to, summon a couple of those monkey jingle warriors around him, it's very hard to initiate on him.
Raven, Moon, Zero Orb right on top. And there's one forward.
Cheese is available if needed.
They have the damage. It does not look like it. So, pull on a wipe on. Another winner there for Fnatic. They'll look over at Jackie. They'll take him out. He does have buyback. Carl on the run. This is not looking good for T1. This is about a 20,000 net worth shift. Fnatic were up 8K.
Aegis is gone. Jackie's still dead. Might need to be forced to use a buyback here, and there it is. Not sure what they can get out of this. Monkeys, he still wants to fight. BKB plus Wukong's command is up.
Dreamcore comes through on a 2 as well as the Waning Rift. They've got the Dreamcore on a Raven as well as Moon, but this seems more like a disengage than anything. T1 will go back to their high ground and try to defend potentially one last time.
This is it. They only have one more fight. If they lose this fight, the game just ends.
Let's see what they can do with this. Smoke up from T1.
Dire's top barracks
Coming from the back, looking over towards the other side. DJ for the balance strike. That hits on a Jackie. He's getting bashed away. That first life is already out of his hands. He'll come back alive. Penguin will swap the left. They've got the Wukong's command as well as the duel right on top of the Wraith King. He gets low. Jackie will fall. Another winner there for the Legion Commander.
That's
they
it.
take
That's
out
the game.
puck, and that will be Fnatic. Coming back from a bit of a deficit up to about 10K, and they find themselves with game 1 in their hands. Really want Fnatic to bring that back.
Yeah, I've said they're playing so well, even with the deficit. A couple of weird decision making.
Into the recipes and then the Lincolns. There's some point where it's like, oh, well, now the Lincolns is necessary. Let me just buy it.
Could be a way just to deal with the illusions.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Could have also gone for a bit more scaling build. Sure, I mean, don't get me wrong, if you have like E-Blade, Dagon, Lincoln Spear, you still feel really, really good. Because look at their like stuns. Beastmaster, that's one way, single target. Vengeful Spirit, you can dodge that with the magic, with the phase shift. You need to be afraid of Lion, so Lincoln Sphere will help out with that.
Yeah. See when he gets that. Ags is picked up by the Venge. Scotty being built there for the Naga. And it's Radavatos for the Underlord. The chase is on for Moon, but they won't be able to catch up to him. I like that Radavatos. We were seeing a lot of that when Underlord was a little bit more popular in the previous patch, going to Hidden Malice with the Radavatos, but they'll try to get a kill here on Masaros. Have the Hex, they'll throw the finger, the damage being done. Black Hole comes in onto the Venge, the arrow stops it. Carl, though dead. Jabs and Masaros do end up dropping coil here onto the Naga as well as the Mirana, but they have the swap. They pull back the Wraith King and they get the first flush. However, Zephyr going down to Moon. They're looking over at Whitemon. He's sitting low. So is Kutu. And onto this Wraith King. Got the right clicks coming in from Raven. Now finally a song. Once 4 heroes are dead.
Can they chase? They need to chase this illusion because Vengeful Spirit will, you know, be ready and up in 15 seconds. You respawn and go back to where your illusion is.
Dire's middle tower is under
DJ
attack.
spotted him. Doesn't have anybody really near him. Take a look at this replay once again. And Pitamalis comes in, roots up the line, the stun is out. They throw the finger on him. He's quite tanky already. They really, so far, not even thinking sharp. See if that pays off, waiting on that shard, but he could hold the gold and then eventually go for it. He feels it's a necessity. Black hole on the 2. Arrow coming in, it hits the Wraith King, so the Black Hole continues. They've got the Pitamalis. So that pulls down. Both the Venge as well as Beastmaster are going to die here. The finger thrown to the Ogre. They finally get the kill on the DJ. They look over at Zephyr with Naga coming in, taking out Jabs, but the Dream Coils committed. They've got the silence out of the Naga side who's trying to ring around this tree, but they kill off Zephyr. The stun comes in from Whitemon. Jackie on the run. Not sure he gets out of this though. They have the Pitamalis, pops the Manta, right clicks in. He's rooted up, killed off, take out the Naga. 4 for 2 in the favor of Fnatic. Now up 8,000 net worth. Black Hole.
That was a
full
really,
duration.
really good Black Hole. And Raven, like...
Get down, Mr. President.
Raven actually took that arrow in the knee for his teammate because he did not want the Black Hole to be interrupted. There's still going to be damage coming out from the Radiance, so nicely done. This is the fight that T1 needed to win. Like, their lineup is much, much worse going into the late game. Not hesitating at all. Like, very nicely done by Jabs.
And Raven just stepping in front. I don't know if it was stepping in front on purpose or just wanted to get some right clicks in. Either way, saves him.
You know, let
the trees come back out. Rinse, repeat. If nobody's going to make you pay for it, then why not? So posture here towards Roche with the smoke of T1. I think they're looking for an opportunity to take a fight. They go into the high ground, smoke into the break, and the Pitamalis down for Beastmaster as well as the line. They use the Renovations. Two on the line.
Oh,
Whitemon, he's in trouble. Whitemon dead immediately. And now the Dream Coils down onto the Naga Siren. They're going to need to save, try and do something. The right clicks are in. They use the swap, but it stuns up the Naga. The Primal Roars use on to this Wraith King. He will lose that first life. Now moves out onto Zephyr. Blink stun coming through from Raven. They will take his life. Double kill for Raven, and we'll soon have the Lotus to try and get that full duration off.
Now we still have not seen the power of Blink BKB Black Hole. BKB still on 10 seconds. Like right now, they can just set a perimeter and farm up pretty much the whole jungle. Because Fnatic, T1's lineup doesn't have that much burst damage. Like, you need to use Roar, you need to get a finger to actually get a kill, and then you are possibly putting yourself in a bad spot, you know, where Fnatic can get a good jump, and right now I don't think you can afford to lose a fight near your base.
Yeah, if this fight ends up on their side of the river, it's almost certainly objectives for Fnatic. They're now the short queued up on the Wraith King. I think that's just giving him a lot more. Yeah, they'll find themselves the puck. They'll throw out the stun. They have the finger. They'll kill off Moon. He doesn't have buyback, dead for 90. This gives an opportunity for T1 to kind of secure some farm, find those next items, and
that's all
they're not
they
really
can
going to
do.
push
Like,
much
it's
objectives.
a big kill, but they can't take any objectives, possibly a tier 2 tower on top, and that's pretty much it. Like, this is what they can probably get. I don't think Fnatic cares too much about that tier 2 tower.
Yeah.
Shadow.
Revenge next. This will finish for the Naga Siren.
DP says differently. I mean, when you think about it, they have a really sick tower defense with Midnight Pulse, Firestorm, these 2 percentage-based abilities. It's where the damage also comes from in a team fight. You have a bit of Malice to hold them in place, set up these 2 abilities, it's going to be most of your damage. on top of Raid King. Like, don't get me wrong, Raid King is a raid boss in this game. He finally gets that shard, doesn't have to care about any kind of mana burn.
Yeah. Gets that shard, becomes the Mythic Plus boss. It's really difficult for T1 to take him out of the fight completely. And at that point, there's so much commitment that you need to make just to get both lives out of the hands of Raven. You know, the last game where we saw Wraith King getting dueled and then now he's in the center of a Wukong's command, it became really tough for that Wraith King. Here, I don't think his struggles are nearly as much.
Yeah, it's a different game for Wraith King, where you know, he cares about kiting potential, but he has a really good backup team.
T1 finally crossing the river
Radiant's bottom tower is under
for the
attack.
first time in what feels like 10 minutes. It's probably an overestimate. Probably more like 6.
And it's not safe.
No, it's
It's
not.
really not safe for them to be across the river.
They're putting some pressure though on that bot. Even if it's just a tiny amount, they have these illusions pushing. And trying to take care of them as best he can. You start to lose your attention, and all of a sudden the Naga Siren's down there, takes a tier 3, opens up the base a little bit.
This is something that a team fight, but dragging out the game, just being annoying, is something that this lineup is really good at. With the Beastmaster, summons, you're gonna always pretty much have a better vision coming out to the Hawks, illusions, scouting things out, so you can see where the enemies are and then try to go for some kind of a rat play.
Potentially you're going to see another Swift Blink. It's the only upgraded Blink we've seen in
So far,
one day.
yeah, we've seen what?
2 or 3 Swift
Yeah.
Blinks.
Roshan will be up in 30 seconds. There's a double damage being guarded by Raid King, I believe. Yeah,
Been
it's underneath.
common. Yeah, it's right under him. It's giving him the effects. Look at that. Look at that Wraith King. Particle effects looking good.
Pause the game. Raven is AFK.
WC in the chat.
Yeah.
It said a lot. All of a sudden you're 55 minutes in. Wash closet or whatever. Water closet? Wash closet? I'm American. It's just the bathroom to me. Not really sure. Roche is back up. And this is what Fnatic want. They want to secure some safety, get that Aegis, grab themselves a cheese, get a little bit easier to go up those steps, finish the game potentially.
Let's see if T1 decides to contest this. They might go for a sneaky play, possibly steal it with the Song of the Siren, but I still don't feel like they can just straight up fight 5 versus 5.
And they're gonna Moonlight Shadow, try to make their way over. Raven's coming in, blink away, Dream Coil will mix. And so will the 2 Dusts. They don't get their hands on the Beastmaster. So now Dream Coil's down, but you still got a lot of control from Fnatic.
In your
And-
pubs, you know, someone misses a Dream Coil, very reportable.
Can you report after popping games?
No, but you know, pop games, sure. Every single time, whenever it's up, you need to cycle those. Like you do not want to have 5 remaining, because what's the point of it? Like you just need to spend it.
Yeah. I think I'm always at 0. So I'm doing a lot of reporting, I think. Making the Dota community probably, you know, my
Or
reasons
you're
for
getting
reports.
reported all the
Yeah.
time and you're not getting any back. Makes a lot of sense. So
I think I have a 10,000 behavior score, I hope. Fingers crossed. I try not to look.
don't we
Indicator.
all? No, we don't. I'm wondering what's the average behavior score in Dota? Probably around like 6,000.
That seems so low.
It really doesn't, you know. The You're so naive, Deacon.
I don't know. I had 10K my entire. I maybe slipped to 99.80 or something like that, but you know. Especially right now,
Radiant's bottom tower is under
in the
attack.
flat, I don't have a button for my mic, so I keep pretty quiet. Can't get
Oh yeah,
recorded.
my mic got me in trouble multiple times. Like, this is when the behavior score starts to drop. So back to the Roche pit.
Here they go. Doesn't look like it'll be.
Seems like an easy one, not contested. Where's Naga at?
Trying to get close.
Very close.
Ooh, Zephyr looking to snatch it. Raven gets it. They got the kill on Dire, but they snatched the Aegis. Close. Zephyr was almost there at the time.
Made a space in inventory. Trying to grab it, but that's cheese and Aegis for Fnatic. Now Enigma has a Lincoln Sphere, doesn't have to care about the swap or the roar, one of those two.
Going for the shard as well. Still want that black hole. Oh yeah.
Behold!
T1 coming over. Force staff. Pop the Lincolns. They've got the stun. There are a lot of heroes here, White Man. I don't know if you want to be there. Especially when you're getting 2 clicks by Raven.
You're dead.
White one's really fast on using
The
the
treasury.
Force Staff into Mana Drain, into Hex. Just removing that Lincoln Sphere with the Mana Drain and the successful cast on Hex.
Just ended up being too much to handle with the 2 other heroes around.
Yeah. You know, but we gotta give him credit.
So, Ogre now at 9,000 gold on that net worth. That Midas paying off. He's got
Really
Force
is.
staff. He's level 20.
God, he got Midas at what, 30-minute mark?
Maybe even a little later than that.
I think it was 30. And then the Force Staff now sitting on 2,000 gold. Got himself to level 20. Extra attack speed on Bloodlust.
Potentially outfarmed you there.
I think it's go time. Like, the lanes are in a good state. Glyph is popped. You have mid pushed in. You have bottom pushed in.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
How will they try to defend this for T1? Let the first set of racks go. They've got a refresher on the Beastmaster.
Dire's middle tower
So
is
2 roars, 2 opportunities.
I think he just wants to have one extra for Enigma's Lincoln Sphere.
Arrow, Force staff, they've got the stun. They're looking for the Pin of Malice. Can they get the first wipe out of his hands? Yes, they can. That's just the reincarnation. They have 40 seconds to work with. They get the kill on the White Man. They look over at Carl. They'll finish the Venge job. Take out 2. They both have buyback. They bomb back on White Man. Will they buy back on the Venge? There's the Abysso coming through. The stun onto the Underworld.
the Black Hole.
Finger. They get the kill on the Black Hole. He's onto the Naga as well as the Beastmaster. They just don't have the damage finish off the Naga just yet. However, they kill off Cuckoo. They take the Beastmaster out of the fight. He bought out on that refresher orb, so he doesn't have buyback dead for 73 seconds. They've got the silence out of the bench as well as the Lion. They look over at Whitemon. Now, with the song, they'll reset, but what do you have in this reset? Arrow comes in. That'll hit onto this puck, but do they have anything else? Raven starts to come forward. The right clicks are in. They get the kill to Carl. They'll end up losing Moon. He's got buyback. Naga getting low. The right clicks from Raven will be enough. He gets under the tier 4 tower. They've got the stun. They'll get the kill and he'll buyback immediately, but Zephyr's been caught and he's been killed off.
I believe that's it. They lost pretty much everyone. They're knocking on your tier 4s now, hitting the throne, and the double Gs are dropped. So yeah, pretty nice showing from Fnatic. You won with the lineup that needed to do more early on. Like, you needed to get out of the laning stage with 3 to 5k gold advantage, keep the pressure going. That's